For so many coaches and consultants, there is a love-hate relationship with Facebook ads. I get it. And today I'm going to show you how it doesn't have to be that way and include 5 tips to get you profitable again with your Facebook ads. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell so you know when new videos post about growing your business online. Hey there, I'm Penny Kelly with Marketing Profit School. I'm a growth marketing strategist and the founder here. And these are the same strategies I use with my own 6- and 7-figure clients, as well as in my own business. So I will give you a little bit of a caveat. These tips are not steps that you have to follow every single time you're running a campaign or you're doing a launch or you're doing something new. However, if you haven't done ads before, you haven't done them in a while, or you've been having trouble and you just feel like you need a hard reset on your Facebook ads profitability, this is a process that will help you get better traction. Let's dive in. And I'm going to start with the fact that people love to complain that Facebook ads don't work the way they used to. Well, neither does going to the grocery store or buying a car. Like, all these things change over time. It evolves. The process evolves. There are 2 billion people on Facebook. Your people are there. Even if you're using LinkedIn marketing to connect with professionals or you're using YouTube ads to do something else, your people are also on Facebook, especially if they're over the age of 25. They're on Facebook. So check it out, see if this will help you, and let's dive into the problem. And this problem of it not working, I really blame the bro marketers for like a decade of how to hack it and beat it and pulverize the algorithm into working for you. And that's just not going to get us the best results. It works like gangbusters for a little while and then it doesn't. Because whenever we're tricking the system, we're not going to get the best long-term results from the system. So that's just the way it is. But I digress with the bro marketers. So let's talk about the 5 tips. And the goal is to optimize your budget and get better results while giving the platform what it wants so that it can help you get more of what you want. That's the goal. Sound fair? All right, let's dive in. So I'm going to start by saying the idea or the notion that you can send cold traffic to a sales page, sell a tripwire, then an upsell, maybe to something else, and eventually a high ticket offer. Well, yes, people still do this. It still works. You can still convert cold traffic from Facebook and Instagram. However, you must train your pixel to get the conversions you want and train the algorithm for what your people look like, your converters, your leads, your buyers, your joiners, your community, your tribe. You have to do the training on the front end to get the results on the back end. Now, for most coaches and consultants, this gets very challenging because a lot of people only turn on ads when they're doing a launch or a promotion. They don't run ads all the time. That's one mistake that you got to watch out for. You're creating this on-ramp or this natural resistance each time you're trying to get something. You go in and immediately are asking for something, but you haven't been giving any goodwill to the community, especially if you're not sharing organic content to help bolster your ads. Now, that's another entirely different video, but yes, having a regular organic content plan will help you get better results from your ads as well. That's a big bonus pro tip for you. So platforms are really pushing us into this more classic marketing model of awareness, engagement, lead generation, and then toward a sale, slowing things down. And part of this is that consumer sentiment and trust are low. So warming people up and gaining their trust is just taking more touches than it used to, like 20 to 30 in most cases, instead of that 7 or 12 it used to be several years ago. It's just how all of the platforms are situated now. It doesn't matter where you're running paid ads, but specifically on Facebook, you may have noticed they even have brand new campaign objectives over the last 6 or 8 months. Everybody's had them rolled out, maybe a little bit longer for some of us. But I'm going to go through some little screen grabs and show you what these look like and talk about them just very briefly, because tip number 1 is choosing the right campaign objective. Ask the platform for what you want. Now, Facebook has a way of adding complexity in the name of simplification. For this reason, you can run a video view ad as both an awareness or an engagement campaign. You can run a conversion ad as an engagement, a lead, and a sales campaign. Don't overthink it. Test it different ways if you can do it different ways, and then just figure out which one works best for you and produces the best results. We'll touch on this a little bit more through the other tips as I go as well. So you can invest in awareness ads if you like. I typically have clients start with engagement. And if you can get post engagements or messages or video views, those work to build these engaged audiences. You can create a custom audience of people who have engaged with your page or your Instagram account. You can also create video view audiences, which we'll get into in a moment. As you can see them here on the side, as I'm on one side, probably here, the awareness, and you have the different types of awareness, the traffic ads. Traffic is important if you have not verified your domain and you haven't set up your aggregated events, which I'll show you in a moment. Then you need to run traffic to get landing page views or get clicks until you have those things in place. Don't stop and wait to get that done. Just keep feeding data to your pixel until you get those things in place, and then you can set up your aggregated events, and then you can run conversion ads. So that is one of the iOS 14.5 changes that will, again, I'll show you that in just a second. So awareness, traffic for clicks or landing page views mostly. And you can also go to Messenger, I think, and WhatsApp. Engagement, post engagement, video views, engaging with forms and that kind of thing. Leads. A lead form is a great way to keep people on the platform. We'll get there in a minute as well. Or you take people off of the platform to generate a lead into your email CRM. And then app promotion, which I don't talk much about because I don't do much with apps, and sales. This used to be called conversion and then purchase, but it's all sales now because it can be your store or through Messenger or through a conversion on your website, which is what most of us use for sales. Unless you're doing things in a Facebook store with e-commerce, or unless you're doing some conversions right in Messenger as well. So these campaigns, back to that, require you to have your domain verified and aggregated events set up. This was one of the iOS 14.5 changes. And if you don't have that done yet, just run traffic ads, get the pixel on all your pages and sites, get everything set up so it's collecting data. Go in and use the little wizard and tell it what's a lead and what's a sale and all that good stuff. Let it collect the data. Wait a little while, a week or two, and then go in and set those things up. And then you can run conversion ads. You can do it faster, but if you don't have to, it's easier to let it collect the data and then set it up. Tip 2, audience building for Facebook ads in 2023. This is all about creating feedback loops and keeping people on the platform especially during your top of funnel content. So promoting a post to send people to your blog is really kind of a 2015 strategy, and it doesn't work that great anymore. And all of the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everybody's about keeping people on the platform. So think about ways you can engage with the audience to build your warm audience while keeping them on the platform. That's what you want to do at the top of the funnel. You're building that connection, building that feeling of community, and you're keeping them engaged on the platform where they are. You can do that in Messenger. You can do that with videos. You can do that with posts, with comments, conversations, all those kinds of things. So this is where I talk about running video view ads. I run them as an engagement ad. You can run them as awareness or engagement. And I'll mention that in a moment. But when you can run video view ads, you can, first of all, test your content buckets and the pains and desires and all those things you're working on in your market to see what actually gets engagement from your audience, gets people to watch longer. And you're building up a custom audience of people who've watched your content that then you can put more content in front of them based on the fact that they already, by their behavior, raise their hand that they're interested in seeing things like this. Cool, right? So we'll get to that feedback loop in a moment as well. So this is a great way for video view ads to help you gather intel on your audience while providing value to that same audience. You can see how long they watch. You can use them to segment your audience based on pains or content buckets or any of those things, or just create one big general video view bucket audience that you show everything to for all of your videos. I usually do some combination of this. I kind of have one with all my videos in it for all the video viewers. And then I have some segments for the specific pain points or specific topics that I like to talk about that I know are important to my audience. So while you're doing this, you're creating a natural, warm audience of people who've engaged with your page, your Instagram account, and that's a win-win. So you're creating that warm audience of engagers, the video viewers. You're giving data to the platform, sort of playing the game, right? And getting what you want. So test and see what works best for you. But I will mention quickly that at that video view, you can run it now as an awareness or an engagement. So at either one of those campaign objectives, you can choose video views. I think a lot of the Facebook texts that you talk to, the salespeople tell you to run awareness first to build up that business awareness. I find that running it as awareness, you do get slightly cheaper video views. And I've also found that running it as an engagement can pull people through your funnel a little bit better. For some reason, when they come in through an engagement video view ad, they tend to stick in the funnel and carry on through a little bit better. That's just my experience with my own business and my clients. Test it, see what works best for you. So the point is to create a custom audience of people who've engaged with your content, who've watched your videos since their behavior indicates they're interested in your content by raising their hand and watching your video. Then you can show them more content that they'll probably like based on their previous behavior. Imagine that. And you're doing all this without asking them to leave Facebook or Instagram. It's right there in their feed or in their reels or wherever you're doing it. I do love doing some short form vertical videos for some of these initial ones because they're just quick hits. It's easy for people to engage with. And then you can show them longer things or get them to take actions after that initial engagement happens. Now, you can also build audiences from lead forms and from Messenger to keep people on the platform while pulling them closer to you and the solutions that you offer. So those are other ways you can build those on-platform audiences. Now, tip number 3, let's talk about the almighty pixel and the fact that people are saying cookies and pixels are going away and things are changing and the sky is falling. Oh no, Chicken Little. No, it's going to be fine. There are changes happening. And if you have a tool that allows you to create an API connection with Facebook, that is the best way to do it. Facebook is getting better and better about connecting to WordPress and tools and funnel builders and all that. So just don't overthink it. Don't get stuck in the complicated web of tech. Just look up the video on the help knowledge base for whatever tool you're using, figure out how to connect it and get it in there. Now, I mentioned earlier training your pixel to convert sales. So there are definitely some clever marketers out there who can whip up an irresistible offer, run a couple of quick tests, and get an offer converting in a couple of days. However, for most coaches and consultants, you probably have a higher ticket offer and it takes a little bit more warming up. Need a few more touches, like we talked about earlier, to get people to know, like, and trust you enough that they want to throw their money at you because they know that you are the only person to help them solve their problems. That's the goal, right? So we help them and then we show them how we can help them more, and they keep coming closer and closer until they're ready to buy or join. Inspire them and influence them until we enroll them into a program. So you need to be specific about what you want from each campaign in order to train your pixel. And this gets to the point of generating leads and sales. You're going to ask the campaign to produce that and gather data on the pixel so your pixel in the algorithm knows what your leads and buyers look like amidst the vast ocean of 2 billion people on Facebook. So make their job easier. You could do this with audience targeting, with warm audiences, and just allowing the pixel to gather data while you're testing as well. So your pixel is always there. It's always on your pages. It's always getting hits when you're testing things and when you're doing things. And you're using that data to make smarter marketing choices based on the data in the future. Now, this is a critical step that so many people rush through, and they pay for it with higher ad costs and lower ROAS, which is return on ad spend. So pay attention, train your pixel, run those tests so you're making decisions on data not on what you think is going to work or what worked for a friend of yours. So, how are you feeling about Facebook ads for your business in 2023? Comment below and let me know if you're running ads or if you haven't even started because they seem too complicated. So, let's bring this home. 2 more tips to go. Tip number 4, stay in their feed and in their minds. It's all about being top of mind, right? These people that have this omnipresent marketing and it's everywhere. You go everywhere and they're following you around and they're popping up on the blog you read and all that. Well, yeah, look, I teach how to do that too. But right now, what I'm talking about is very simple Facebook things that don't have to break the bank, that are going to get you better return on ad spend over time, higher profits over time, and clients that are happy and eager to work with you. So this is about taking a strategic plan, get engagement, get lead generation, and run ads between launches and promotions to keep everything warmed up to what your converters look like, your lead and purchase converters. Show popular posts and content to your warm audience while you're building that warm audience over time by showing content to cold audiences as well. It's simple and it's actually pretty easy. You can help reduce costs for your ads over time. Play the game you have in front of you. So keep your audience engaged, build connection, build community on the platform as well as you do off the platform. And wrapping up tip number 5, learn to dance with the algorithm. I took dance for a long time as a kid, and people who are trying to hack it or beat it are going to end up worse for wear in the long run. Learning to dance with the algorithm is going to produce much better long-term results. Now, this can include several tips. Here are a few to get you started. Number 1, like we've said a few times in this video, give the platform what it wants: engagement and time on platform. Top of funnel, do that. Focus on that. Middle of funnel, keep engaging with them. Keep them in contact with you and flowing through those touches in your social media, organic and paid efforts. Don't try this smash and grab ad strategy that just gets the click from cold audiences, takes them off the platform right away, never to see you in their feed again after getting that lead or sale. It's just gross. Don't do it. So give the audience what they want. So you're giving the platform what it wants. Now give the audience what they want. Pay attention to the feedback that they're giving you. In your engagement ads, in your videos, what are they engaging with? What's getting comments? What's getting clicks and leads and sales? Double down on what's working. Look for those bright spots in your marketing that are producing results. And you may get some surprises of things that you thought were going to for sure be a hit that just don't get the traction, and you got to come at it a different way to help people see how that can help them. Keep testing. So you're going to incorporate this into your content planning, your launch strategies, all of your marketing strategy, because you're gathering priceless intel when you're running these engagement strategies. Now, create data feedback loops to get better results over time. This is money, all right? This is your custom audiences from engagement and video views. This is also uploading customer or email lists onto the platform to create custom audiences so that the platform can find more people like that for you. And you have to have 100 people in the same country to do that. The bigger the seed audience, the higher quality those lookalikes are. But this creates a feedback loop with your pixel in the algorithm that helps the platform serve your content to more people that already want to see it. So that's a win-win, right? All right. Now, let's recap those 5 tips. Number 1, understanding the new campaign objectives and how to optimize them for you in 2023. Number 2, campaign objectives. I tend to focus on engagement, leads, and sales for my coaches and consultants that I work with. So that's just a little bonus pro tip there too. Now, audience building on the platform, off the platform, custom audiences, test it. Start with simple ways to get people to engage with you and then show more content to those people that have engaged in the past. Number 3, train your pixel. Number 4, stay in their feed and at the top of their mind. And number 5, learn how to dance with the algorithm. So those are our 5 tips for today. The platform wants us to spend money. They want us to make money on our ads, so we spend more money on ads. When we do this, it can become a great lesson in slowing down to speed up. By slowing down the marketing to actually engage with people, we can actually increase demand and produce better overall results in our marketing campaigns and our launches. So follow these 5 tips and see how much it can improve your Facebook ad results this year. Now, if you're ready for a special treat and ready to completely reboot your profit this year, then I want to invite you to join my free 5-day Profit Reboot Challenge. It starts soon. Sign up with the link in the description of this video. Each day, you'll get a short, actionable training and 1 task to complete to impact your bottom line. These are the strategies I've shared with 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs and businesses over the last 9 years, and you can get them for free during the Profit Reboot Challenge. Sign up with the link below. Are you ready to completely reboot your profit this year? It's going to help you grow your business faster than you can imagine. Look for those bright spots, double down on what's working, stop really focusing on everything's broken and got to get fixed. Let's look for the positive and the opportunities and how they can work together to get better results so you can 2x, 3x, or even 10x your business this year. Look for the link below this video to sign up now. And if you've enjoyed today's video or if it's helped you, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, click that bell so you get notified every time new videos drop. I will see you on the next video. Again, I'm Penny Kelly with Marketing Profit School. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. I do appreciate your time and attention. Have a great day.